Hello, everyone. I'm Teri Barr. Welcome to a new Maximum Ink magazine. It is our video podcast and a very special guest with us tonight. It is Battiata, and Mary is going to be one of the featured musicians at the upcoming Sugar Maple Festival in early August. Mary, thanks for taking time to be here to talk with us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited about the festival and talking to you tonight. So thank you.
We cannot wait to get you here. Your music. Now, it's always interesting to me because you're described as, of course, a singer-songwriter. You're the band leader. But when somebody asks you what your music is to you, how do you describe it?
Well, I do sometimes call it singer-songwriter, but I think country also fits, so lately I've thought of it as maybe progressive country. It's also maybe country folk also works. So I think any of those labels are accurate, and I mean, there are all kinds. I've written bluegrass songs and I love so many different kinds of music, all in this general, area. So it can be hard to know what to call it, but I love country and I love story songs. So I guess, country or country folk. Yeah.
I love it. I've had a chance to listen to a few of your songs, and we kind of put it on replay over the last couple of days because every time you listen, you hear something different words, different parts of the music. How does that all come together? How do you typically do all the lyrics and the music, or what is your creative process?
Well, it's different. I guess it's kind of different each time, but usually what happens is I get an idea for a phrase pops into my head, and sometimes, a lot of times, it'll even have like a melody to it. And I usually write it down and I'll record a little snatch of it on the phone or something. And then I'll go back. It's oftentimes the chorus or the refrain. And then I'll go back and think about it some more. And, that happens more often than say, like an idea, like I'm going to write a song about X. I would love it if my brain worked that way, but it doesn't. I would really, so yeah, it's more often just like hearing a line in my head and writing it down, and then kind of expanding it from there.
Do you feel like you have to write it down right away too before you forget it, or put it in like a video or an audio clip so you just don't forget what could be an amazing song?
Yes, I definitely do. I mean, I've heard people say that, if it's great, don't worry, you won't lose it. But I lose them all the time. I don't walk around with a little notebook in my pocket, but I think I'd be better off if I did, And especially this happens all the time. And I'm sure it happens to many people, like you're falling asleep at night and you're just about out, and then you get this idea and, I was just about to fall asleep. Do I really have to get up? And in fact, I have a friend who records and studies people's dreams, and he says you should get up. You don't even have to turn the light on. You should keep a notebook by your bed and get up and just write it out, and you'll be able to decipher it in the morning. So.
That would be fascinating. And who knows what would happen in the meantime with some of those thoughts.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Well, we mentioned Sugar Maple Festival. It's Friday and Saturday. It's August 6th and 7th, and it's at Lake Farm County Park, a beautiful setting, perfect for this kind of festival. And you are going to be on just a little bit after 7 Saturday night, which is August 7th. What do you think people can expect? They call it sort of bluegrass, and I know you've mentioned you're kind of all different kinds of music. And then I read somebody also called you country. But then they also compared you to Charley Pride and Marty Stuart, and I take that as a big compliment.
Oh my gosh! Wow, who is that? I love that person.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have it's gonna be like a country trio, I would say. And I actually heard, I guess 2 days ago, that we were gonna be on at 6:30. That was the latest, but I'm not sure. 6:30 on Saturday night, but but we'll be there whenever it is. I'm gonna be there. I'm so excited just to see everybody else, so I'll just be around. But we're gonna be a trio, so it's gonna be myself on acoustic guitar and lead vocals, and then my friend David Carroll, who I've worked with a lot in Austin, he'll be playing upright bass and singing harmony vocals, and then a wonderful steel player named Ben Lester, who's a master of a lot of different genres. He's really cool. So I think I love playing in a trio like that. It's pretty tight, and I'm excited about it. So yeah.
Always interested because I know the stand-up bass can actually take the place of a drummer sometimes.
I know.
It's awesome.
I know, and although, yeah, and I mean, I know some jazz records where it was a vocalist and stand-up bass, and that was it, and it's wonderful. Bass players, though, always are glad to have a drummer along, but we don't have a drummer this time. Yeah, I love the bass. It's my favorite instrument, really. I the one I'd most like to play. So, yeah.
Well, would you be kind enough to give us a little taste of what we can expect when we see you at Sugar Maple Festival?
Oh, sure. I would love to do that. I thought I would play one of the more sort of country songs I have on my new record, which is newish, recent. And it's called, the song is called Things You Say and Don't Say. Here we go. You say that you aren't married 'cause you don't wear a ring. You say that you don't drink, but a bar's your favorite thing. You say you'll call tomorrow, but days turn into weeks. Now the things you say and don't say are killing me. You only tell the half to me. There's so much you leave out. And when I ask about it, you say that doesn't count. While you're telling stories and charming this old town, I'm twisting in the wind and living upside down. Once shame on you, twice shame on me. Nothing makes things easier than wanting to believe I was lost and looking backward, thinking I could see. Now the things you say and don't say are killing me. Deep down I knew better. I just thought I could win, and I did some rearranging of my idea of sin, while you took my love and never said you wanted it for free. Now the things you say and don't say are killing me. Once shame on you, twice shame on me. Nothing makes things easier than wanting to believe I was lost and looking backward, thinking I could see. Now the things you
Uh, Mary, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, your voice and the lyrics. Wow. I mean, you're just listening for the next heart to drop, you know?
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
So good. I cannot wait. And I'm sure that everyone else who will watch this will feel the same. That
Oh, thanks.
excitement is going to build to see you here in the Madison area coming up in just a couple of weeks. So thank you for giving us that song. And now we're really looking forward to Sugar Maple Fest. Yeah.
I'm excited. I love Madison. I've only been there once before, but I just think it's the most amazing cities. All the lakes and the university and everything. I'm super excited about it. So
Great.
yeah.
Well, back at ya. How do you feel now about doing 10 quick questions with Teri?
I would love that. I've been thinking about that. Yeah, I'm ready.
This is always fun, and it's a really quick way to get to know more about you. Okay, where are you right now?
I'm in Arlington, Virginia, Northern Virginia. I'm actually 5 minutes outside of Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow. And this is home now.
Yep, I grew up in Maryland, but I've lived in Arlington for the last 22 years. There's a good music scene here, and it's a good place. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you don't hear a lot about Arlington and music, so thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. It's when I first got here, there was a big alt country scene, and also it's the home of sort of a straight edge and the punk scene. The punk band Fugazi are from here, so there's a real variety, and it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, very cool. Now you blew my next one because you already gave it away, or I kind of helped you. I wanted to ask you, where did you grow up?
I grew up all around the Beltway, around Washington, D.C. in Maryland, which, Maryland is an interesting state because there's interesting history to it, but it's pretty southern. It's below the Mason-Dixon line. And I grew up listening to a lot of the people in the neighborhood where I grew up. My formative years were from the Carolinas and from West Virginia. So, and the local radio stations played a lot of bluegrass. So I grew up listening to all that, and
so great.
I think that was an influence. Yeah.
When did you first start playing music?
I started playing music. I got myself a guitar in high school, and I was dedicated to James Taylor and Gordon Lightfoot and Joni Mitchell. Those three, I guess. So yeah.
Those were your inspirations.
Yep. Yeah.
Who inspires you now?
I'd say, gosh, there are a bunch of people. There's a songwriter named Daryl Scott, who is originally from Kentucky, but is in Nashville now, and just a really incredible songwriter and singer and performer. I just saw him last night, the first show I've been to in a while, since COVID. That was pretty exciting. So Daryl Scott, he wrote a song. Maybe I first became aware of him like maybe 20 years ago. He wrote a song called Heartbreak Town on an album called Aloha from Nashville. That turns out, I did not know this till the other day when I looked it up, but the Dixie Chicks, who are now the Chicks, actually recorded it and had a big hit with it and stuff. So I think he's pretty great. And I'm also a huge fan of a songwriter named Jimmy LaFave, who died a few years ago, but he's from Oklahoma. He's part of that whole red dirt music scene out there. And I'm doing a song of his that he wrote, inspired by Woody Guthrie, and I'm doing that at the festival. So
another thing to look forward to. Thank you.
Yeah. These are long answers to quick questions. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I love asking you these questions and hearing your story with each question. So I'm quite fine with it.
Okay.
Now you said earlier that you do write the lyrics. Now, do you also write the music? I'm always so fascinated by the process that people go through.
Yeah, I do. I write all the music, and I've never really tried to co-write or set my words to somebody else's music. I'm kind of intrigued by that. I'm thinking about co-writing for the first time with another songwriter who I admire a lot. But I haven't done it yet. And I'm not sure if I'm flexible enough. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, good luck, whatever you decide. It sounds like it could be a fun experiment, if anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I want to ask, if you weren't a musician, and I'm glad you are, but if you weren't, what would you be?
I think I would try to be a painter. And I also think but a job that I have, one of the jobs I have now, probably like a naturalist or a park ranger or something like that. I love being outdoors. And so.
Isn't that cool? It kind of all goes together, art and the outside, and it just makes you feel good, all of that.
That is very true. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How do you feel? Are you excited about having the ability to be out and playing again? I know last year was tough on so many people.
Yeah, I'm so, sometimes I had been touring pretty hard the last couple of years before COVID. And when it came and I realized, oh, I don't have to go anywhere. In the very, very beginning, I was like, oh, this will be really interesting. And maybe this will be kind of cool, but I soon really missed it a lot. And I'm so happy to be back out. And I've been pretty careful, doing outdoor shows, and because I know it's not 100% over, but I do feel that outdoors is really safe. So I'm thrilled to be back, and I love playing festivals. It's so wonderful. It's like
it's going to be so much fun with you. Tell us something that maybe hardly anyone knows about you, something that might be kind of surprising.
Oh man. Oh gosh. Well, okay.
First thing that pops in your mind.
Okay, I want to be a better gardener and farmer than I am. I'm not very good. So I use the COVID year to try to plant things and stuff, and I realized I have a lot to learn. So
it's not as easy as I think a lot of people make it out to be. So
no.
I am with you there. Oh my gosh. How can people keep up with you? What's the best way for people to find you?
Well, I'm on I'm pretty active on Facebook and on Instagram. On Facebook, I think I'm Mary Battiata Little Pink, which is the name of my band, which comes from the band album Music from Big Pink was the inspiration for that name. But Mary Battiata Little Pink on Facebook. On Instagram, I'm Mary Battiata, so noted. So those are two good ways. And then I have a pretty up-to-date website, like all the information about the festival is on my website, which is called littlepinktheband.com.
Yep, very good website. And that's where I got some of those reviews. So people can read those and they'll have a hint of what to expect when you're here in Madison. Anything else, Mary? This has just been a joy to talk to you, and especially for me to hear your song.
Oh, it's been really fun. You're a good interviewer. You are. You're a
better guest, so that made it easy.
Oh my God. Just that we're just so looking forward to being there, and I'm so excited about all the other acts on the bill. I mean, I know a lot of them, but a couple I don't, and I'm just so excited to see everybody. So I can't wait.
Oh, that's so great. And again, everybody, Mary Battiata, and she is going to be at Sugar Maple Festival. She's playing the Saturday show. They have Friday and Saturday, August 6th. Going to be there on Saturday, and it's at Lake Farm County Park. Oh, and it's such a great space for a show like this. Come and hear Mary. Look her up before and listen to some of her tunes, and I think you're just going to be really I think you're going to be like we were as we were listening, just every little bit going, wow.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
terrific.
I'm showing my guitar a little bit in the frame.
Yeah, there it is. Oh my God. Mary, we'll see you soon in Madison.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I'll look forward to seeing you.
All right. Bye, Mary.
Bye.